Hello racing fans, I'm the Ace of Pace, Ray Wallen here with a special look at the pace for the 2017 Preakness Stakes. Today we will look at the most probable pace scenario for the second leg of the Triple Crown, Saturday's 13th race from Pimlico, the running of the Grade 1 Preakness Stakes for 3-year-olds at a mile and 3/16 over the main track. Now for a quick look at this field. Kentucky Derby winner and favorite, Always Dreaming, looks to give Todd Pletcher his first Preakness win. Classic Empire returns after a tough trip in the Derby as the second favorite. Hence, Gunnar Rivera and Looking at Lee round out the group of horses here that also ran in the Derby. Newcomers include Multiplier, the Illinois Derby winner, Cloud Computing, who was third in the Wood and second in the Gotham, Term of Art, who was seventh in the Santa Anita Derby last out, Senior Investment, who closed strongly to capture the Lexington last out, and Conquest Mo Money, the runner-up in the Arkansas Derby. I've identified 3 probable pace scenarios in this race and will discuss the most likely one here. In the first scenario, the early pace will be weak. The race will set up for a horse that is sitting just off the pace, just like in the Kentucky Derby. The second scenario is that the early pace is stronger than expected and the race sets up for a big closer. Lastly, as with every race, the final pace scenario is chaos. Just like Murphy's Law, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Remember, we're still dealing with inexperienced and maturing horses here. In my most probable pace scenario, by the first call, Conquest Mo Money will be on the lead. Always Dreaming and Classic Empire will settle in behind him, applying pressure to the pace. Multiplier, Cloud Computing, Hence, and Looking at Lee should all be within about 5 lengths of the lead. Senior Investment, Gunnar and Term of Art will be trailing the field. At the second call, the early speed is starting to falter. Conquest Mo Money may still be on or close to the lead, but the pressure from Always Dreaming and Classic Empire is proving to be too much for him to handle. Multiplier starts to mount a drive, while Cloud Computing and Hence run evenly. Looking at Lee is also looking to start making a move. Gunnar starts to make up ground while Senior Investment and Term of Art continue to trail the field. By the stretch, Always Dreaming and Classic Empire are clearly out front. Conquest Mo Money has retreated through the field. Multiplier and Looking at Lee are moving, while Gunnar has made it to the front half of the field. As they hit the wire, I expect Always Dreaming to edge out Classic Empire once again. The trio of Looking at Lee, Multiplier, and Gunnar round out the top half of the field. In pace scenario number 2, the difference would be that the early speed is a little too fast for the pressers to handle, which would set up the race better for a closing run. Multiplier and Looking at Lee would likely be the benefactors of such a condition, with Gunnar battling with Always Dreaming and Classic Empire for a minor share. Those are my thoughts on how the Preakness will set up. Please check my blog for additional Preakness analysis as well as my pace-based speed ratings for this race. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google+, at US Racing, through my blog, Jersey Capper, or on my new website, www.theaceofpace.com. As always, remember to check the track conditions and adjust for any scratches or changes before placing your wagers. Good luck.